Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on July 2017 at 12:44 a.m. Birmingham. And the topic again is the solar eclipse. We've got more information, and it may be a bit alarming when you hear it. And the moon eclipse that we're going to have, the solar eclipse, when the moon is at its furthest point from our planet, is the apogee. The moon at its closest point to our planet is called the perigee. The Hebrew letter Tav means a numerical value of 400. Now, what does that mean? The coming eclipse, the moon will be at its closest point. It'll be perigee. See, the moon circles the earth like an egg. One part of it's further away, and at its closest point is the perigee. And that's when you have the super moons. You know, you don't have many of those. But last year we had 4 in a row. And that was the year of the blood moons. Okay. Now, the August eclipse will be 100% perfect in a 40-mile wide path from Oregon and exiting in South Carolina. 40 miles, remember that number. That'll be the blackout path. Now, the sun is 400 miles further from the earth than the moon is. 400 times further. 93 million miles, and the moon is 200 and something thousand miles, so 400 times greater in distance. It takes 400 moons lined up side by side to cross the path of the sun, to just put a line through it. So, again, you have the sun 400 times further away from the earth than the moon, and then it'd take 400 moons to go across the sun. And again, the August eclipse will be perfect in that place. And I live, by the way, about 2 hours, a little bit less from Chattanooga, and according to how I drive. And then another 40, 50 miles, I'll be right in the middle of that 40-mile path. And I'm going to be there on that day. I'm not going to miss it. This will be the first in our country in 99 years of a perfect eclipse where you won't see an outer ring of the sun. You will only see the light of it. So it'll get dark. It'll get real dark in that 40-mile path. And that was, again, the year that my dad was born. He was 4 days old when there was a solar eclipse of this type 99 years ago. God gave us the stars, the sun, and the moon for signs. And constellation Virgo. And then you have the other, all these things are for our signs, and it speaks of them in the Bible. And this happens almost exactly 1 month after the eclipse. We're going to have a sign, okay? And what does this mean to America? Remember, a solar eclipse means it's for the Gentiles. A lunar eclipse means it's for the Jews. And I say sometime after the September eclipse, August eclipse, I keep saying that, we'll know by September 21st to the 23rd. We'll know, I believe, by then what's going to happen. But here's what Mark Biltz is saying now. And he's done a very extensive study, and he's gone deeper than anyone else on this. Previously, I thought, well, we're going to get up the morning after the solar eclipse, and everything will be as it was the day before. And I also said that after the king star is born. We'll wake up the next day and it'll be as it was the day before. And I still believe that. But I believe not long after that, things are going to change. If you read Psalms 91, in fact, read it in a prayerful way, and you'll be surprised as to what it says. Psalms 91, that it's not long, it's that chapter, but you got to read it. And it talks about the protection for you, the Christian, the church, and for the Jews. Okay, Mark Biltz, he's talking about this, and again and this is what NASA said, by the way. The size and the distance has to be perfect in distance and perfect even at the angle for it to be the way it's going to be. This doesn't happen, guys. God makes things happen, and these dates are very, well, they're specific, and it's about us, the United States. Because I'm going to tell you what Mark said about that. So again, Hebrew letter Tav means signs. Also numerical value of 400. Sun 400 times further away than the moon. It takes 400 moons to cross the sun. The coming eclipse is biblical. It is a warning to the nations whose path it crosses. That's straight out of Mark Biltz. And all the signs, the angles and the distance and everything is biblical, but yet NASA is backing up the perfect size, perfect distance, the perigee at its closest point, and the angle all has to be perfect in order for that eclipse to be a full-blown eclipse, not a partial, not a 98%, but a full-blown 100% eclipse. Again, this will be the first one in 99 years. And Biltz is doing more studies, and he's going to have more information on that. But he said, I just want to tell you that the countries who's affected with this particular eclipse, where it crosses, something is going to happen to that country. And the United States is that country. I'll keep you posted. Jody Wolf Exposed.